Hey guys, it's me, Alex, and I know the last video I posted was, I forgot, like 3 weeks ago, but don't worry, I'm not dead. I've been busy, but I'm back for a little bit, until I post a new video. So, I know most artists use, like, they pay for Photoshop, they use Paint Tool Sai, some download Medibang, others download File Alpaca and Krita. But no, as real artists, we use kit picks. We use kit picks. But I don't have that on me on hand right now, so I'm just gonna follow Bob Ross' video using Microsoft Paint. Second best thing. The video we'll be painting from is Season 13, Episode 10, Mountain Summit. There's 3.1 million views.
Welcome back. I'm certainly glad you decided to spend a half hour with us today. I think you'll enjoy the little painting we're going to do, and I hope you take the time to paint along. Or you pull up your old easy chair and just relax with us. I thought today we'd just do a fun painting, one that's a lot
This is gonna be fun.
Oh, you'll have a good time with it. Let's just do it. Let's start out and have them run all the colors across the screen that you need to paint along with me, and they'll come across as usual in the same order as I have them on the palette. While they're doing that, shoot, let's go on up here and get started. We have our canvas up, the liquid whites on it, it's ready. So I'm going to start off today with a little bit of phthalo blue. We use the old 2-inch brush. Grab a touch of the midnight black also. Phthalo blue and midnight black. Just sort of mix them together on the brush. And let's go up here.
It's good enough.
And just using our little crisscross strokes, let's just drop in a happy little sky.
What do I do?
Just start at the top and work all the way across. Just making little X's. And then begin working downward. And your color is mixing with the liquid white continually and automatically.
I'm not gonna bother me get bigger.
Your sky will get lighter and lighter toward the horizon. And that's one of those little
different
tricks that
shade
help create the illusion of depth in your painting. As things get farther away from you in the landscape, they should get lighter in value.
That
Let
looks
the liquid white
right.
work, and it'll happen automatically here. Okay. And just sort of blend it all together.
What do I do there?
Very lightly, just go across it. It takes out the brush strokes. Isn't that easy? You got a fantastic little sky.
I forgot how. Oh, there's the size.
I'll add just a little more blue and black. And let's have a little touch of water in this painting today. So, now once again, we want it to be lighter toward the horizon. So start at the bottom and work upward. And your darker color then will be down here on the base. See there? And then just work upward and automatically once again.
I'm getting too focused on this. I should be talking more. Oh no, he's going on the bottom now. What color do I use? I'll use that one.
It'll get lighter in value as it works upward toward the horizon. Okay, then we'll need some water on the other side. Don't want it left out. I don't know exactly where land's going to be.
Then he went like...
So we just cover it all with water.
This, and
if we want a tree to live here or here, we'll just drop it in.
I could draw with crayons, that's...
There. Now then, very lightly, just gently go across and bring it all together. Okay.
Come on.
Now then, we can... I'm
not going to dump my... I'm not going to dump my
wash our brushes.
drawing tablet pen into a
Good old
water
thinner.
bucket to wash it.
I never use
I'm also not going to beat it against the
turpentine
side of my
brushes.
desk.
It leaves
I gotta find. I somewhere have a paintbrush. I'll find it later.
Plus it smells
Just cut
bad.
to me
It smells terrible. One drop
beating the devil out of it.
turpentine in your house, and you'll be working by yourself, I'll tell you, because he'll run everybody in the house out. Okay, titanium white. We'll just use the old 2-inch brush. What the heck? Let's build just a happy little cloud. And one of the easiest ways to make little clouds is just take the corner of the brush and just tap the canvas with it. Just tap the canvas. We just want a little floater that lives up there in the sky. Just has a good time.
What a happy little cloud.
And you can make him as thick or as thin as you want him. Whatever. We'll give him a little friend. See there? All you have to do though is just tap. Now if you want your clouds to look more distinct and brighter, make your sky a little darker. And when you're using only white paint, then that sun will gotta jump out at you. If you have a
What name is little friend Kevin?
But white paint against it, then you don't have much
Even see the cloud.
It won't look too bright. There. Now I'm just going to stir these up a little. Just mix them a little bit. Give them a little. This is to me is the way I fluff the cloud up. Just sort of fluff it up.
Oh.
Let a little wind run through it.
I'm probably gonna put some music over this.
And then very lightly. Just
Maybe we
barely
channel.
grazing the canvas.
Do that.
Caress the canvas. Just blend it together.
Fluff it out.
And that's one of the nicest, easiest little ways to make a cloud. Okay. Now then, tell you what, let's build us a little mountain today. You know, it's funny, I get a lot of letters from people.
My friend
And sometimes they say,
talking about fairy
tired of
tale.
mountains, do something different. And then
Got to the topic where,
probably as many
because you know
letters
how
as
the
say,
rain
"Do more
jag,
mountains."
running gag.
So
It's how the main
if you
character
don't want a
Lucy
mountain in your
is
painting, just leave that little rascal out.
naked more often
if
than
you
she
want a
should
mountain,
be. So my friend starts mentioning like, "Oh, this is the running gag."
Ken will
Once
take
you finish
some
talking, Careless
black,
Whisper starts blasting
some
on
Prussian blue,
the
alizarin crimson, and mix it together.
loudspeakers because they play music
Pull
at
it
the
out
pool.
very flat, cut across.
That's what
We have
happened.
our little roll of paint out here on the edge of the knife. There it is. Now just decide.
Those are crimson. I gotta make a mountain. Pause the video. Oh, it's a darker black. Like that, okay.
Where your mountain lives in your world, and push very firmly, and just drop that little rascal in. And the only thing you're worried about is a nice outside edge. You don't care what's happening on the inside right now.
That's
We will
where
later,
you put it.
but right now we're just looking for a nice outside edge. And as I say, use a lot of pressure here. Push that paint right.
I can't scrape anything off because this is on my computer. I want to ruin the screen.
Scrape off all the excess paint. Just get in there and really scrape it off. You're not going to hurt the canvas. There we go. With a large brush, we'll just pull that. And then it'll mix with the liquid white that's on the canvas, and automatically it'll get lighter and lighter down toward the base. Just softer and softer.
I guess it's the best I could do to kind of blend it.
There we go. And that son of a gun should look like it's just sort of floating right up here in the sky. And it gives you a nice base now to begin putting highlights on. Let me clean the old brush again. I like to wash these brushes. Shake it off.
How are you guys doing?
There we go.
I'm doing fine. I'm
Now,
very calm. I'm very
today I'm
relaxed.
just going to use, let's just take titanium white. Pull it out very flat. It's just plain old white. Now this is one of those times you really need a firm paint. This paint should be very firm. You know, people say, how firm is it? Look at that. The knife literally sticks right on the palette. It's very firm. Cut off a little roll of paint, like so. Now then, no pressure. No pressure. There. See there? Just touch and just let it flow right down the side of the mountain.
I can't do
No
that.
pressure. You want it to break
I
like
can't
this
do
and have
that.
all those little holes and bumps in it. There we go. And up here.
It's looking
See there?
okay, I guess.
It's so easy at times it's hard. There we go. No pressure though. Can't say that enough times. Probably the most common mistake made is applying too much pressure. And this is one of the best ways that there is to learn to use a knife. And if you can make snow break on these mountains, then you can just make a multitude of other things. It's unbelievable what you can do.
Just a light
Just
touch.
by learning to let this snow break here. That delicate touch, light touch. I think I've mentioned over and over again when I was teaching Steve, my son, to paint. The only way I could get it across to him was to tell him that I wanted him to pretend that he was a whisper that just floated across the mountain. And then he understood. It worked for him. And he makes some of the most beautiful mountains today you've ever seen. Using a little blue and white here now, a little roll of paint. And I want to put a shadow behind there. No pressure. Just let it float. See there? Just let that float right in there. And each highlight, each little peak in here, if you want it to be an individual, needs a shadow. There, see, right there. Give him a little shadow. And you can
another
change this
peak.
mountain continually. Maybe you want to put a bump over here, another peak. See, you can do that. In your world, you can create any illusion that you want. I think that's what attracted me
This
to
looks so
painting much.
bad.
I could
It's so
create anything in
bad.
the world that I want. Nothing
I'm not
hurts
used to
when I
drawing that,
paint.
but I've been
Nobody's
learning.
unhappy. It's a pleasant place.
Before this, I was doing a little warm up with a
Everything's
little
nice
Broly,
here.
and he turned out amazing.
Okay, now then, with a large brush, I want to create the illusion of mist. So all I'm going to do here is just tap the base.
I might drop a picture of him now.
Just tap, following the
but
angles in the mountain.
I don't know,
Always
he's
follow
beautiful.
those angles, and then lift upward. See? And all the little misty things just sort of happen. Over here, follow these angles. Sometimes I'll take a little of that blue on the brush. Maybe you want to bring this right on around. I'll take a little of that shadow color, and we can just make it sort of look like it wraps around.
More interesting.
Sneaky. It adds a little more interest to your
Gotta
mouth.
fix the...
That easy. And just sort of tap.
No, I messed that up.
Let's use our
I don't have a
brush
fan
today.
brush.
Let's go in here and load some color right onto the brush. Just load both sides
Wait a
of the
minute.
brush up.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I turned off my fan so that it wouldn't be in the audio, and it's getting really hot. Select. There's my fan brush. Got my fan brush. This is dumb. Alright, you're gone. Back to the actual video. Oh, we're adding a little bit of green now.
Now then, Let's have some fun. Let's just push in. Maybe there's some little background things that live way back in the distance back here, far away. And I'm just pushing and making the bristles bend upward.
Type in the chat if you want me to do more of these. I'm having fun. This be a weekly thing.
Enjoy. Have fun. There. Now I want some reflections under this. So I just grab the bottom of it and pull it straight down. See there? Because the canvas is wet, you can do this and get away with it. If you had a dry canvas, you'd be in agony city. Then go gently across, just like so. See? An instant reflection.
Oh, Eddie, where have you had a little tree? Slow down, Bob. I wanna.
Maybe in our world back here, maybe there's a happy little tree that lives right here, a little evergreen tree. See? Just touch.
Hold on, Bob.
Just
Come on.
And work back and forth, back and forth. And we got a little tree. Maybe he's got a friend here.
Here's our little reflection.
There. Tree needs a friend too. There he is.
Happy little tree.
Now see, I'm sort of weird. I name all these little trees and talk to them, but that's okay. That's okay. Artists are supposed to be a little different. There. So we can get away with things like that. Maybe out here there's a little baby tree.
It's okay. We're all
Maybe go live
special.
out here by itself. All kinds of things. I can get another fan brush. I have several of them going so I don't have to continually clean them. We'll take a little of that same color we made the tree out of and go into some cad yellow. And that'll turn a beautiful green color because there's blue in there. There.
I'm not going to grab the fan again.
Now then, I just want to put the indication here and there.
This would be good for like you know, Chinese letters. It'd be good.
Just a few. It's too far away to see a lot of detail. You can grab that and lift upward.
What does that mean? Someone in the comments could tell me.
See, that paint moves on there. There we go. All kinds of little things. Little yellow ochre in there too.
It reminds me of the brush pen I have.
Maybe we'll have some nice fall-looking colors in this painting, and with all the shiny colors. A little liquid white. Pull it out flat, and then just cut across. Okay. Now then, with that, we can just come right up in here, and we'll just cut in a happy little waterline. Act like you're just trying to cut a hole right through the canvas. Back and forth.
No, not there.
This canvas is tough. Chances are you couldn't hurt it if you wanted to. There, see? And maybe there's a little ripple lives out here. And one out here, wherever you want them. Okay. Now then.
I've been watching a lot of.
Let's do another one.
The guy who voices Pro and
load a lot of color.
And Ruby. He does the first One Piece opening, the Funimation opening, and the Zekai opening. I've been listening to those and they're stuck in my head.
Use a corner of the brush.
Go because I sing when I'm bored.
And I'm using the same corner of the brush all the way through the tree.
I keep mixing up the two.
So it uses more and more of the brush. There. These little rascals live right there in your fan brush. Or you can do them with a 1 or 2 inch brush. Tell you what.
Do another tree.
We can have as many trees as we want in here. There we go. Now, I'm going to get over here and find me a 1 inch brush. Go right through that same color. And let's put a...
Oh, put it there.
Let's put a happy little bush right here. You sort of have to begin making some decisions here. Where do you want all these little things to live? There we go.
Right there.
That's super. I knew you could do it.
So now it's like...
Underneath here, we're going to want some reflection. So just reverse the brush where I've been pushing upward, and then we'll push downward. And where you have tall items up on top,
there's a tree.
You want items that are
counting
long.
With Alex.
Where they're short, then make these not so long. You knew that.
Oh no!
And those will turn in, hopefully, to some very nice
dogs.
reflections. just a nice clean dry brush. I just like to beat on the brush.
Nice.
Pull straight down very lightly. That's all you have to do. Just touch,
It goes
pull down,
longer.
and then go across. Okay. Now then,
Brush trees.
I'm going to take my knife, a little bit of dark sienna, a little white into it, and get a very small roll of paint on the knife. Okay, now then, let's go up here. Just put the indication here and there of a few little trunks in these trees. Give them some nice trunks so they can stand up strong and tall.
That's looking nice.
There we go. And we go back to our fan brush. It has the green on it. There. And I just want to put the indication of a few little highlights on these trees. Don't kill all the dark, though. That dark contrast.
Then I go
That's what makes those
grab the airbrush.
There, just a little. Evergreens are normally darker than other trees, so leave them that way. I'm going to dip the brush into a small amount of the liquid white and begin applying some color to these things.
Just gonna put in the being the devil out of the cam up there.
Be right back. Get some sap green here. There we go. Sap green, cad yellow. One direction. Load the bristles full of color. Let's go up here. Now you have to make some decisions. Where do your little bushes live?
We come
Just
aboard,
touch and give
bring
a
along
push just enough to
ocean
bend the
dream.
bristles a tiny bit.
Together we
We'll alternate some of the
find
colors here.
that we're looking
Yellow
for.
ochre. Now we can
One
reverse the
piece.
brush and drop a little of that right in there if you want to. Right
Do,
in
do,
there.
do. People said there.
Maybe up in here
Dump
there's a
is
darker
left
green
behind.
living.
People only
There
slow
he is.
us down.
There he is.
And that's all I know of.
See?
And then for
There's a
dragon
big,
salt, it's
strong
like
bush
don't
over
stop,
He's my
we're
friend.
in luck now. Don't stop, there's no much
There.
to do now. Do 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 do
Okay,
do
another one. But notice how these are going in layers. Those
Dragon salt.
Those layers, little Indian yellow too, are what create
They're
the
both
illusion
good. I
of
recommend
depth
this
in your bushes.
to them.
Reverse it, drop in a few. Say there, just reverse your brush. And they don't have to be exact, just a general shape. A little bright red once in a while too. Ooh, that's a pretty one sitting over here in the corner. And we'll reverse him right into the water. Now then, with our clean, dry 2-inch brush, just barely touch the top, just graze it,
Adding more bushes.
just barely touch, and then go across. And that makes those beautiful mirror reflections. That easy. Okay, thought you'd like it. It's always fun. I'm gonna go into some Van Dyke Brown. Let's put some land under here. Sure, we need something for all these little bushes and
This is really
trees
relaxing.
to stand on.
The mountain looks
Don't
pretty
wanna fall
good,
over
but then
here.
everything else looks really bad.
There we go. Now we take the same old brown, add a little white to it. And then come back. Just add the indication of a few highlights here. Just here and there. Just barely grazing. Just grazing. Then with our little fan brush that had the greens and yellows on it, we can come back and break up that straight line. Just
Grab
let
the
some grassy
airbrush
trees
again.
right down on the land. A little liquid white on the knife, and we can cut in a water line. Just drop it in.
Another being the devil of it.
Keep these lines basically straight, even though they follow the land. You want them to be straight, or your water will look like it's going to run right out of the painting. There we go. Okay. Let's have some fun. We got this whole other side to do over here.
This is fun. Oh, it's a brown. So I go like. Thunderbolt Super opening 2 is also really good. So, you showing me the Ultra Instinct fight between Goku and Jiren. And it's like the song, the Ultra Instinct theme. Now, not the one with the trumpets, but it's like bum 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 bum. That one. Like whenever I hear it, I always hear it's. Wait, what? When I hear it, it's always like I hear the beginning always sounds like gang 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 gang, which I was close. It's just. But yeah, that's also fun to listen to.
Take the 2-inch brush. Go right into
I
my dark color.
can
Paint on the bristles.
I can.
Okay, let's go up here. Maybe
That's
on this
most
side, let's
of
get
it.
brave. This is your bravery test today. I like to give those. Over
But
here
yeah.
lives a big tree. Don't think I have to say that again. That's
Shows mostly. This is not the type of videos that would be normally posted on the channel, but it's gonna be whatever what I want.
This will really check
On
your
here.
bravery out.
A cover would be fun.
There he is. There he is. This, by virtue of
I
it
would
being
like
so
to do a
big,
cover
it
one
just
time.
indicates that this tree is much closer to you. And that helps create the illusion of depth. Maybe the little tree way back here somewhere is just as big, but it's far, far away. And by being far away,
Oh, I forgot
it
the
looks
bottom.
smaller.
It's okay.
There we go. And then we can just fill that all up. This you can put on with a paint roller. Doesn't matter. It's a good place to practice your strokes. There. Tell you what. Sometimes we avoid this old big brush.
Another tree?
And it's a super brush. It'll do fantastic things for you. Let's load it to a chisel edge. Both sides full of paint. Same old dark color, but a lot of paint in the bristles. It takes a lot of paint to stick all these bristles together. See how sharp that sonar gun is? There. Now then, with that brush, maybe there's a large evergreen. Shoo, there is now. There's right there. Just the corner of the brush.
And I take this.
And begin working back and forth. Back and forth, like so. Let's make a big evergreen tree that lives right here in front of your mountain.
That's a beautiful tree.
Maybe he's got a little crook in him. There, I like trees that are sort of crooked.
Pretty yellow there.
There.
What are you doing?
Okay, let's put a tree trunk in that. For that, we'll just use some dark sienna and white. Same thing we used on the other side. There. And since
I'm not
fan
pulling out the
brush already
fan
has
again.
all that green on it, we can use it to just put in the indication of some highlights. Not too many, not too many.
There is.
There we go. So you don't have to paint the whole trunk because you won't see the whole trunk. All right. Now, let me find another fan brush here. There's one. We'll take some Van Dyke brown. And let's build an indication of just a tree
Can't
trunk
tell
in here.
the trunks are there. Shh. Don't tell anyone.
Like so. We can just make out a tree trunk or two in there. And we go into my liquid white and into some yellow and some sap green. Pull that brush through, load a lot of color. A lot of color. Get a little more green on it. There we go. A lot of paint. Now then, let's go up here and barely touching. Begin laying in this large tree. Don't let the brush slide. Just push, let the bristles bend a little, and just begin filling
yellow.
individual
You want
shapes
some
here.
yellow.
Don't just hit these at random. Think about all those little happy limbs that live in here. There we go. See, all these things are there. All you have to do is just push them out of your brush. Super. Okay, maybe over here, add a little yellow ochre. Maybe there's a bush that lives right here. Just sort of pick them out. Now, Okay. Pick up a little more green. A little more green.
Path.
And right here, this one's more in shadow, so it's darker. There we go. See, he just hides right in there.
To the tip again. So he
Layer
lives
after layer.
over there.
There. A little more color on the brush. And reload the brush as necessary. As you use up the paint in it, add some more. Okay, tell you what. Maybe there's a big path in there. Take some Van Dyke brown. And you have to make a big decision here. Where's your path live? Maybe your path lives right
Liquid
there.
white.
So it lay in a basic shape, just using the brown. And we don't know where this path goes. It goes up here and hides behind the bushes somewhere. Just basic shape. And then we'll take some white, a little dark sienna. And let's come back in here. Just let this barely graze. Just, okay. It's just like putting snow on the mountain. It's the same exact technique. A little more of the liquid white. Back into my yellows and greens. Now then, you have to start making decisions. Are these bushes in front of you evergreen or behind?
Ooh, adding
I think they're in
orange.
front. So let them come right over in front of me. There. Vary your colors and drop them in. Every once in a while, drop in a little yellow ochre, Indian yellow, a little bright red. There's a sparkler right there. Beautiful little bush. Another little green one. And as many as you want, but work in layers. Remember that these bushes are individuals. Do one at a time.
This is fun.
There we go. See now, let some of these things come up over the path. That'll push the path down into your painting.
So that's it, guys.
Don't want that path just to float around.
I guess like, subscribe, comment. Hope the video reached a lot more people. Check out the printer review because I worked with Sindo for that. Maybe check that out.
And shoot.
There's nothing else I'd say. I guess I'll see you next time.
Enjoyed this one. It'll certainly teach you how to use all the equipment and have a lot of fun. From all of us, happy painting. God bless.